Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to another street photography POV video. It has been raining pretty much every day for this past week, so I took advantage of the weather and went out for a rainy day photo walk. So the idea was to head out to Times Square, where all of the lights and billboards were able to be reflected in the rain and create some really cool photos. As usual, I will be voicing over my thought process as I'm shooting and giving you guys some tips and tricks as well as composition techniques so you can also improve on your own photography. There are a ton of cinematic and story-filled images in this photo walk, so let's just dive right in. Coming out of the subway station, I immediately wanted to take a long shot, shooting straight down the street. There was a dense fog covering up the tops of the buildings, and the rain was steadily coming down. As I was crossing the street, I spot this person one block over and snap this shot. The fog really ties everything together and make this shot so atmospheric. It was raining pretty hard at times, so I apologize in advance for all the water spots on the lens. One block over, I noticed some steam flowing out of the ground, and I think it can make some really cool shots. So using continuous burst mode, I captured this biker riding through the steam. In addition to the fog, the warm tones in this image gives it such a cinematic aesthetic. I'm lingering around this area for a bit longer because the steam looks really cool. So I frame up this next shot, this time pointing in the other direction. And I captured another biker as they rode past me. Immediately after, I shift my camera a bit to the right and try to capture this guy walking towards me. I kept my camera held up even after he passed, so it's not so obvious that I'm taking a photo of him. I really wanted this composition to be split in half, where on the left you see the street and the buildings, and on the right you see the person. Moving on to this new location, I really like this bar on the opposite corner, so I wait around for some people to pass. I love this shot because of the juxtaposition of the round buildings on the right side of the frame against the sharp edges of the buildings in the front. Next, I head towards Times Square. I think all of the lights would cast really interesting reflections in the rain. On the way there, I capture this image of this person walking in front of me with an umbrella. Again, this is such a cinematic scene. The fog diffused the lights from the billboards and backlit the raindrops. There's nothing special about the composition, but the image itself is able to evoke such strong emotion. If you're enjoying this photo walk so far, hit that thumbs up so I know to make more of these videos. And if you want to support my channel, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Reaching the end of the block, I took a quick snapshot just shooting down this street. And this image is really boring with nothing going on, so I just kept moving towards the heart of Times Square. Again, I apologize for all of the water on the lens, but hopefully you can still see what's going on. As I'm waiting to cross the street, I spot this man walking by in a bright yellow jacket. I thought it would form a nice contrast against the flat colored background, so I raised my camera to take the shot. But he actually saw me trying to take a picture of him and posed for the camera. I love going out on days like these because the mood, the lighting, and the weather just makes for such beautiful and story-driven images. Next, I stopped in front of this bright billboard because I liked the way it reflected off the ground. I missed the first biker going by, but thankfully there was one right after, and his bright red jacket just pops out of the scene. At this next corner, I'm pretty much in the middle of Times Square, and there's tons of foot traffic. With this wide-angle lens, I'm able to capture this unique perspective of this guy pushing the cart. Then I slowed down my shutter all the way to 1/10 of a second. I love this image because the slow shutter combined with stopping down to f/22 is able to reveal the water drops and made for an awesome effect. Right after, I snapped this image of another guy pulling a cart. The 12mm here really exaggerates the depth in this perspective. Then in the same spot, I pivot left and capture this guy riding his bike through the intersection. Sometimes I'll be waiting in the same spot for half an hour without getting a good shot, and other times like now, I can capture multiple in just seconds. For this next composition, I angled my camera slightly upwards to get a full shot of the famous 1 Times Square, the building where the ball drops. I kept walking around this busy area trying to capture some unique images. I spot these police cars parked side by side with some more steam coming out of the ground. I got down low to get a better composition with the reflections of the billboards and the steam. Then I waited for people to cross the road to get some life in the shot, but I actually liked the previous image better. I had another idea to shoot through the steam, so I moved a bit to get closer to the source. This composition uses the billboard up top to draw your eye in. Then the repeating pattern of police cars is an interesting visual to keep you engaged. And of course, no photo walk to Times Square is complete without the shot of the infamous American flag neon sign. I got lucky as someone was just walking right in front of it when I approached. So I quickly snapped this shot as I was walking towards them. You can see there's a bit of motion blur and the reflection on the wet cement was just beautiful. I waited around a bit more to see if there was anything else I can capture at this location. And then finally, a guy and his kid walks through the frame. Just perfect. I'm really happy from the shots from this photo walk, so I head back towards the subway. On the way there, I noticed these cool yellow and blue sculptures and had an idea to shoot through one of them. Again, having the wide angle lens was the key to creating this image, because in this perspective, you can see the entire sculpture fill the frame, and you can see the subject walking through the center. Now for the last shot of the day, I am back on that corner with the bar and the round buildings. I captured this image of someone crossing the street with an umbrella. Nothing too exciting about this, but I do like the muted tones and the overall calm nature. What a great way to end this photo walk. Alright, so wasn't that an awesome photo walk? Which photo was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, let me know because I try to reply to everyone. I am creating more POV and photo editing videos, so subscribe to my channel so you don't miss them when they come out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.